Let's look at the calculations of BMI, body mass index. What you have to know under body mass index, the formula sometimes is given, but if it's not given, all you have to do, just know that body mass index will equal to mass divided by the height squared. This should be the formula always. The mass has to be in kilograms and the height has to be in meters. All right, there we go. And Zucker's doctor said that a person's BMI, body mass index, could be one of the indicators of your health status. Zonke is 1,900 millimeters tall and her mass is 85 kilograms. Now, table 1 shows the BMI weight status, the table that classifies people based on their BMI status. Now, if you get the BMI of someone which is below 18.5, these are kilograms per meter squared. If it's there, that means the person is underweight. If it's in between 18.5 to 24.9, then the person is normal. Between 25 and the person is overweight. And we look at 30, the person is obese. All right. Use the formula below to calculate the BMI. Round off your answer to the nearest whole number. Now, the formula is already given to us. We ask ourselves, we have the mass. We saw the person weighs 85 kilograms. So that's done. Then what about the height? The height of the person is 1,000 millimeters. So we need these two to become meters. We divide by 1,000 and we get 1,9. So you will come over here, you substitute, please, 1,9. Don't forget, it's supposed to be what? Squared. Put it in your calculator. Put it in your calculator. So what we do? We press that key there. We need 85 over 1,9. It has to be squared. Press equals. And the final answer becomes, final answer is 23.5 or 23.55 actually. It's not 0.4. But then they said round off to the nearest whole number. So this one here will become 24. That's a BMI. So they're saying use the answer in 3.2 to determine her weight status. Now, 24. 24 is in between the second bracket here. So her weight status is normal. That's a BMI. All right. BMI will be that way. Another thing you have to know, please, before you calculate, make sure the units are converted. Make sure they are normal. For mass or weight, they want it in kilograms. For the height, it has to be in meters. Please make sure you know that. Anyway, we continue. Let's look at this other. This one now, it's a map. It's not. I'm just doing revision. I'm passing through and we go on. They're telling us to look at annexure C. Annexure C. Annexure C, here we go. This is how it will look like. This is what we call a strip map. Then for strip map, all I want you to understand is that how do we calculate distance? If you're from this place here, Let me show you something small. If you're at this place, you start calculating using this side going downwards. Then if you're from this place here, which is Pretoria, you will use this side going up. All right. But then we have distances of towns in between. If the town is along this main road here, the A2 or the N4, you know, the B6, if the town is along there, so we shall only subtract. For example, if we look at Kang, this town here, what's the distance between this town here and Gaborone? No, Lobata, this one here. What will be the distance? What we're going to do, we shall get that minus this one here. So the distance will be that in between. This is the distance. All right. What kind of map is this? We call it a strip map. We call it a strip map. We call it a strip map. Here we don't need a scale. That's what I want you to know. All right. We don't use a scale. Yes, sometimes they might provide a compass, but there is no compass. You understand? So the distance between these two towns, it will be 369 kilometers along. So now, if you're to enter inside, if you're to enter into these other sides here, that means these are the distances that you'll be using. Those are the distances that we use. For example, if someone left Pretoria, sorry, Johannesburg, then they went to Sun City. Yes, huh? Let's look at the distance Johannesburg to Sun City. So we identify these places. Johannesburg is this one here. That's Johannesburg. This will be Johannesburg here. Then Sun City is here. This is Sun City. So we want to know the distance. But remember, as you move from Johannesburg to Sun City, you pass through, it's from Johannesburg, you go to Pretoria. From Pretoria, you go up to Rustenburg. You understand? From Rustenburg, you turn right into, you go to Sun City. So how shall we get this distance? First and foremost, we shall say, we are saying Johannesburg, someone goes to Pretoria. From Pretoria, the person goes to Rustenburg. Rustenburg, the person goes to Sun City. So what's the distance between Johannesburg and Pretoria? The distance will be this. So you will say 58 plus, what's the distance from Pretoria to Rustenburg? Now Pretoria, it's here. You're starting from 0 to Rustenburg is 98. So you add on 98. Plus, what's the distance from Rustenburg to Sun City? Now you're here. You need to go to Sun City. The distance will be 41. You add on 41. So the distance there is 197 kilometers. That's how we use this. This is how we use the strip map. We don't need a compass. Sorry, we don't need a scale on a strip map. Okay, let's try to answer the questions that were given to us. I was just giving you a little bit of hints or some techniques that we use on a strip map. Let's look at the questions that they want us to answer. You look at that. It says a Namibian family, Mr. and Mrs. Rolex, and their 2 children decided to spend their annual vacation at Sun City Resort in South Africa. They embarked on a road trip to save on costs. Annexure C. Annexure C shows a map that they could use to travel to their destination. Remember, it's a Namibian family, simply meaning they are from Namibia. Where are they going? They are going to Sun City. They're going to Sun City. Where is it found? It's found in South Africa. All right, identify the type of map used. I've already told you it's called a strip map. Write down the number of South African national roads that appear on the map. Take note, they are saying South African national roads. Write down the number. They didn't say mention them. Write down the number. So we just need a number, either 4, 5, or 6. Okay, let's go then we see. And next is here, South Africa. South Africa is from here. You see where it is. Namibia is on top here. That means they have to pass through Botswana. Then from Botswana, they go to South Africa. But how many national roads are shown on this map? We have N4, we have N1. Those are the two national roads in South Africa. I'm looking below here. So there we shall go and we say they are two. They said number. You can either write it in words. Determine the shortest distance. Determine the shortest distance from Windhoek. This is the capital city of Namibia, to Sun City. Determine the shortest distance. So definitely it's a straight route, ne? The shortest distance. The shortest distance would be them leaving Namibia, which is Windhoek. They go through Botswana. They pass the border, they reach Zurich, they continue to Rustenburg, and they turn to Sat. That's the shortest, because there's no any other way, by the way, because, yeah, someone would say, nah, this is the shortest because you cannot reach, because someone would come and they stop somewhere here, then they turn, they start moving in. This one would be a long route. You understand? So shortest is the straight one. So what's the distance? Now we're going to find out. They're from Namibia, so we are using this other side. So what's the distance from Namibia to Rustenburg? It's 1,288. You understand? Plus the distance they turn on when they enter inside. So we shall say 1,288 plus the distance from Rustenburg to Sun City. Rustenburg, Sun City is 41. So you add on 41. So you get the final answer there as, you get the final answer as, so there we get the distance as 1,329 kilometers. 1,329 kilometers. All right. 4.1.4. The dad of the family, actually the dad used a Toyota Fortuner with a fuel consumption of 9.5 liters of diesel per 100 kilometers. Fuel consumption, simply meaning fuel usage. This one stands for usage. How much fuel does it use? You understand? Usage. But this simply means for whenever it covers a distance of 100 kilometers, it has used 9.5 liters. Or you can change it the other way around, and you would say for only 9.5. If he has 9.5 liters, he will only cover a distance of 100 kilometers. That's what you have. This is what you have to know. All right. Then it says the average price of diesel is 21.86 per liter. Calculate the diesel cost in rand of a return trip. Let's take note of that. Return trip, simply meaning it's going to be double. You go to, it's called to and fro. You go, they will have to live in Namibia. They come and they have to go back to their home. You understand? So we need to multiply the distance twice. So now the other thing, the lucky part is that the distance, we've already got it in 4.1.3. The distance, we already have it in 4.1.3. So you will have to. So I was saying, take a note of return trip. That means the distance is going to be multiplied by 2. Then fuel consumption, we said fuel usage. Then another thing, what you have to know is that they are telling us to calculate the diesel cost, simply meaning how much will it cost them in rands? How much will it cost them in rands? If they traveled from their home in Windhoek to Sun City. Now, someone might ask us, what's the distance? The distance is going to be 1,329 kilometers. 1,329 kilometers. And so all we have to do now is to take the distance. Let's take it and we say 1,329 multiplied by 2. Because I need to know what's the total distance that they will cover. So having multiplied it by 2, this will give us 2,658. These are kilometers. All right. So after kilometers, now we tackle what we call now. For this much kilometers, how much fuel will they use? So distance covered is that much. How much fuel? We shall say for every 100 kilometers, I have 9.5 liters. What about if I have 2,658 kilometers? How much fuel am I using? How much fuel will I use? That's what I'm looking for. So all I will have to do, I will need to do that. Simply meaning I will have to say 2,658 times 9.5 divided by 100. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the amount of fuel. So that much, we shall get the answer as 2,658 divided by 100 times 9.5. So we have approximately 252.1 liter. This is the fuel that we need. You see that? So now, how much will it cost? That's what we are aiming at. So we shall multiply times the money per liter, this money here, which is 21.86. So we shall multiply that 21.86. And the answer becomes 5,519 rands, 87 cents. They segregate the cost, they didn't say to the nearest rand, which is approximately 5,520 rands. That's how we do it. So you take note of that. One, look for how much distance is covered. 2, how much fuel is used. Then lastly, you look for how much will it cost them. 1, distance. 2, amount of fuel. 3, these are the steps that we are looking for. Okay. Yes, another person would have done it and they multiply by 2 at the end. It's not bad. Let's try it out and we see what answer we get. Okay. So method 2, you would have done it straightforward, whereby you multiply by 2 at the end. All you do, if someone covers a distance of 1,329 kilometers, how much fuel are they going to use? So we shall say this we divide by 100. By dividing by 100, we are looking for how many hundreds do we find here? Definitely these are around 13. 13.29. These are the kilometers, but each kilometer they will be using 9.5. So So they have used 1,26. These are liters. Together. So how much is it? Is it going to be? We calculate it by 21,6. So when you multiply by 21,86, we get the answers 2,759,93. At this moment, we multiply by 2. Multiply by 2, you end up having 5,519.86 what? Rands. Still, we go back to the same place. One, you looked for you got the distance, then you found out how many are they, how many liters do we need by multiplying by that, dividing by 100. You got this answer right. You multiplied by the cost. You got that other answer right. Then you multiplied by 2. Then you got the right answer. Yes, when it comes to this now, here we go. We are looking at question number 4.1.5. We are looking at this question here. They say they left Windhoek at 4 a.m. and traveled at an average speed of 95 kilometers per hour. Verify showing all calculations if they would arrive at Gabits before 6. Now, first and foremost, we are given the speed. We have the speed. It's 95 kilometers per hour. What we are proving time. So in other words, we need to find out how much time did they use. So between what and what? So the distance, we shall get it from the map. So the distance between Windhoek and this place here. All right, that's what we're going to do. Let's go to the annexure. So this one. From here, from this place to this place here, still in Namibia. So how much have they covered? So remember, I told you when you're from this place, we shall use this side here. So from 0 to this much. So the distance is 210 kilometers. So they have covered 210 kilometers. Let's go and calculate now the distance here. The distance we have it as 210 kilometers. So what is the time? Remember, look at how the formula is given to you. It's fine. For those ones who know what they want, they should know. The time has to come here and speed comes down here. So simply meaning time equals to distance over speed. Or those ones who don't remember, use the triangle, please. Speed equals to distance divided by yes, for those ones who know the triangle, you say speed equals to distance divided by time. So this is the triangle that you know. So for us, we are looking for time. We are not, because the formula given to us is speed equals to distance over time. We don't want speed. We want, because we already have the speed. So we want time. So what we're going to do, we use that formula there from the triangle now. We shall say time equals to distance over speed. So the distance, we've seen it as 210 kilometers divided by 95. How much time have they spent? So we shall divide that by 210 divided by 95. We have an answer here as 2,21. These are hours. Because we're looking for time to find out how much time do they spend. So this means we have to change this to hours and minutes. So they are already 2 full hours. So what's remaining? You're remaining with 0.21. These are hours, but they're not full hours. So we change them to minutes, multiply by 60. So the person spent it's 2 hours and 12 what? Minutes. So because they said they left at this place and they're saying verify showing your calculations if they would have arrived at the place before. No, because now it's they left at 4. All right, they've spent 2 hours and 12 minutes. What time is it? It's 6:12 in the morning. No, they didn't. So the claim is what? Invalid. The claim is invalid. All right. What you can do here, remember this part here. This part here. How do we change hours to minutes? Please, you shall have to do this. You get your 210 divided by 95, press equals. That's the answer that you get. When you press this key here, it shows you a decimal like that. But we are not interested in this. You want hours. So you come to this key of hours, this part here. Then press it and you see how it looks like. We need minutes. We don't need the second. So it's 2 hours, 12 minutes. It should always be in hours because you're hours and minutes. So you add it on and you see what happens. All right, that's how you would have done that. Let's see if you still have some questions on. Oh, this is all about the map. So simply meaning, when it comes to the map, we shall expect you, okay, if it's a strip map, it will be done like this, straightforward. We don't need a scale. But if it was a national map, we would expect to see a scale or a compass, direction, route description, all those. All right, let's look at 4.2. This now comes to perimeter and area. On their way to Sun City, the family booked a bed breakfast in Kanyi, which is Botswana. The entire floor of the chede is carpeted and what. You can read through that. Then here we go, we say, use the information above to answer the questions that follow. The bedroom is a square. When you hear the word square, what has to come in your head that all sides are equal? All sides are equal. Then they say, show by means of calculations that the length of the side marked B is 4.5 meters. The length from here to there, it's 4.5. Okay, what you're going to do is here. Now, they said the bedroom here. This is the bedroom. Leave alone this other is a note. Ne? This is a wet room. This is a wet room. And this is a WC, walk-in closet. So the bedroom we are looking at this is a square. Anyway, the value of B, it's this one that we are looking at. So what you're going to do, you will say the upper part from here up to there should equal to this and that. But when you take note, they are saying the entire length from here up to there, it's 6. So simply meaning our B will equal to 6 meters minus 150 divided by 100. Why am I dividing by 100? I need it to become meters. Remember here, check, these are centimeters. We want them to become, so it will be 6 minus 1.5. And indeed, the answer becomes that's how we're supposed to do it. Okay. last question about this. It says, something left to the tap of the basin opened that resulted in damages of the carpet. Determine the cost of replacing old carpet if the cost supplying and fitting of the new carpet is 245 rands per meter squared. You see that the rectangular, they are giving that. Now let's go back to the scenario. They are saying the entire floor of the church is carpeted except the bathroom. So this one is not, the carpet never affected. The carpet, it's this other side here and the bedroom, the closet and the bedroom. So first and foremost, we shall look for the two areas, the total area to be covered. So we shall say total area to be covered. One, area of the bedroom, which, you remember, it's a square, so it's say side times side, and we've already seen it as 4,5 times 4,5. All right, then we get our answer as 20,25 meters what squared. Then we need to look for the area of the walk-in closet. Area of the walk-in closet. Area of the walk-in closet. Now, when you look at the walk-in closet is 150. So we don't know how much is this from here to there, because also this one's missing now. We shall need to look for this. What distance is here? So if you're to look for the distance that's there, we shall use the same theory. If from here up to there is 4,5 meters, yet from up to there it's 270, which is 2,7. What is the missing area here? This part, sorry, what is the missing length here? So it will be, let me call it H. So the value of H will be, H will equal to 4,5 minus the 270 divided by 100. Why do we divide by 100? These are centimeters. We want them to become meters. All right. And actually, this one also is going to change to meters because the area we are dealing with is in meters. So 4,5 minus 2,7. So the H equals to 1.8. H equals to 1,8. Sorry, meters, not centimeters. So we know our H. Our H is now, I'm talking of this space that's missing, the walk-in closet side. So we shall go down there and say area of the walk-in closet. It's a rectangle, which will be L times B. We've already seen it as 1,8 times 1,5. 1,8 times 1,5. So this becomes 2,7 meters what? Squared. So now we have the area of the bedroom and area of the walk-in closet. Someone might ask us, why don't we include the carpet? Sorry, the bathroom. In the scenario here, they are telling us the other places are carpeted. Look here. Except the bathroom. Apart from or excluding the bathroom. So we don't need the area for the bathroom. All we need is the area here, here, and there. Here, around that place. All right, we continue. So we need to find out what's the total area to be covered now. So total area to be covered is going to be total area will equal to the area of the bedroom plus area of the walk-in closet, which is 20 0.25 plus 2.7. There we go. We say 22.95 meters squared. So this is the area to be covered. Then because we are determining the cost, we are looking at the cost. So first we had to find the area. So we've got the area now. Now we are going to look for the cost per meter. Someone has to pay 240. So we shall say the total cost will equal to the total area times cost per meter squared, which is per area. So we shall get 22.9 times 245 So the person will have to cater for 5,622 rands 75 cents. 75 cents. All right. This is talking about the volume. This is okay. A swimming pool below is just outside the pool has a total capacity of 99 kiloliters. The capacity of P of the pool is 19, all right. We go on. The length A of the pool is 8 meters and the width of the pool is 14.8 feet. Take note of that as you read through. We have feet and we have meters. Remember, we say this is metric and this is what? The imperial. So we come here. We come here and you look at that and say, this is estimated that the depth of part A of the pool is between 2 and 2.5 meters. Verify showing all calculations. The depth of A. So A looks like this. So we need to know if this is, so we already have the volume. We already have the volume. The volume will have to change to meters what? Cubed. The meters cubed, which but actually it's already because now they told us here the pool has a total capacity of this much, 99, and part B only has 19. So we need to find out what's the volume of A. So the volume of part A, the volume of A will be the 99 kiloliters minus the 19.8, because this is the total volume of the swimming pool, but this is part B. So what's the value of part A? So we subtract that and we end up having so we have 79.2 kiloliters. So this has to become meters cubed. But they have already told you if you only have 1 meter cubed, you have 1 kiloliter. So in simple terms, this would be the same as 79.2 meters what? Cubed. All right. So we are continuing. Now, when you look at value of A, it takes a shape of a rectangular prism. And we need to know, since the height is missing, what's missing? It's the distance from here to here. This distance, the depth, which is the same as this, and it's also the same as that other side. the depth is missing. How deep? In other words, it's going to represent the height. The height is missing. So we already got the volume. The length is 8 meters. The breadth is 14,8, but these are feet. They have to change to meters. What factor are we going to use? We are going to use this factor here. Actually, we shall need to divide, and we shall say 14,8 divided by 3,2802. We have the answers 4,51 meters. So our breadth is 4,1. So we substitute now 4,5. So the height is missing. We shall call it D. The volume, we've got it as 75, a certain number there. All right. So 79,2. So we shall substitute and say volume equals to length times breadth times height. So the volume, we have it as 79,2. The length, we have it as 8. The breadth, which we've just converted from feet to meters. The reason why we need to convert, because you're dealing with the meters. The volume is in meters cubed. The length is in 80 meters. And the answer they need us to have is in meters. So this can't remain in feet. It has to change to then times the missing value, which is what? H. So multiply these two, what answer do you end up having? When you multiply those two, you have 36,08 times H, which equals to 9,2. Divide by 36,08. So divide through. So our H, which is the depth, the swimming pool can't have a height because it goes deeper. The height is 2,2 meters. Which is the essential calculations to estimate of it. Yeah, it's valid. They're saying it's in between, which is true, 2,2. All right, this is revision, and we shall stop there. Bye-bye.